Today we're talking about Spider-Man 4's villain, and they're making a fourth Spider-Man movie because guess what? All the stuff that makes money are movies that are a part of franchise, so this isn't too shocking at all. Movies that are sequels, prequels, or reboots is what people want to see and want to watch, and I think the whole problem with Hollywood as a whole is that they're kind of running out of franchises. But the main reason why I'm saying this is because Hollywood continues to ruin every franchise they can possibly get by, of course, making everything woke. Of course, Hollywood has been obsessed over the past couple of years, especially the Walt Disney Company, and making everything woke, everything just trash. And with the modern MCU, modern MCU especially has become very, very woke as well. Woke up even Deadpool and Wolverine. The movie isn't woke that much, but there was still soft woke undertones that Disney still snuck in because according to Disney and Hollywood, that's what people want to see in the movies. And I'll continue exposing the fact that Disney, it doesn't matter what movie it is, Disney is going to try to force it down people's throats because that's what Disney does. Yeah, but the more rumors around Spider-Man 4, well, apparently the villain goes by pronouns and identifies as even trans. The problem is, how can you be non-binary and trans at the same time? It makes no sense. Considering the fact that trans is basically a transitioning to one gender to another, how can you be non-binary and trans? Like, to me, logically, it doesn't make any sense, but to the woke, they don't care. Okay? Like, non-binary means you identify as no gender. Okay? Yeah, and, before we dive in, sounded like a hot garbage. Let's just hope that most of them are made up as well here. The Razor Wiz, there will be Chameleon, or some sort of Chameleon, as well as the character appearing Craven, as well here, but yeah, but Spider-Man 4 will be necessarily be called Chameleon, but yep. It is coming out 2026 as well here, and I just not interested in this movie as well. Like, I remember when back in the day I was like, oh my god, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are so great, but the more I think about them, the less I like them. I think especially Homecoming, I know some people love that movie because it takes away Spider-Man's powers. Okay, but does that really make that movie good? Because guess what they did in Spider-Man 2? Well, guess what? They do the same thing in Spider-Man 2. And, you know, I think Spider-Man 2 is a way better movie than Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home at least is funny, you know, but, and it does have a decent villain. I do like Mysterio as a villain, but other than that, I just don't understand why Disney just can't seem to learn the lesson. Okay, why Disney just can't seem to learn the lesson. Okay, you would think after the failure of the Marvels, which is a woke disaster with Brie Larson at the helm, an actress that nobody likes, Indiana Jones, where they basically tried to replace Indiana Jones with a woman throughout the movie, with a woman-splaining to Indiana Jones. Or as you remember, mansplaining was made up by feminists because we gotta make men look bad, which is the most ironic part of it. Well, I'm gonna make up the term woman-splaining then, okay, which is what feminists, want. Then we had the Black, Little Mermaid movie. At least the person they cast actually had talent on like Gretel Zegler, who just sits around and complains about Trump all day. And then, of course, Oh yeah, and also I heard Rachel Zegler is being fired from Disney, so you know that isn't too shocking. Yeah, but I still don't understand why Disney can't learn the lesson. Okay, Captain America: Brave New World and Snow White were failures. They were box office failures, and Disney wants to double down on this garbage that they think that is stuff that people want to see. They think that everybody wants to see this woke crap in the movies. And that's what this video here. Goodbye.